We begin tonight with a group of people with Nazi flags protesting outside an American Legion, where inside actors were performing the play The Diary of Anne Frank. Good evening and welcome to 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. The scene captured on video in Howell. Masked protesters waved flags with Nazi emblems while shouting anti-Semitic and racial slurs.
7 News Detroit reporter Brett Cast is raising the voices of witnesses who say they were shocked this happened in their community.
Well, these protesters waving Nazi flags first showed up in the American Legion parking lot. They were then told to leave and simply went across the street. A group of veterans went over and confronted them, and those veterans tell us they just want this hate to stop.
People were shocked. They were appalled. Everything that you would expect.
Army veteran Bobby Bright spent 26 years serving his country with deployments overseas. But it was back home in Michigan, outside his American Legion, where he came face to face with masked men flying Nazi flags.
I'm going to film this real quick so everybody can get a look at what we're dealing here.
Bobby took this video of the group who he says not only flew Nazi flags, but shouted hateful, anti-Semitic, and racist slurs. That night, the Legion was hosting a performance of the play, The Diary of Anne Frank.
We had 75 people downstairs that watched that play. And out of that 75, there was 50 or 60 of them that were afraid to leave this building. We had to escort them to their cars. Nobody in America should feel like that.
Bobby says they hosted the play put on by the Fowlerville Community Theater in response to rising anti-Semitism. Everyone there was alerted about the protest during intermission.
Well, it was upsetting, just knowing the character that I was playing, knowing a lot of the research that I did on my character.
It kind of surprised me to have something that I was doing and had my name on getting protested.
Livingston County Sheriff's deputies were on scene and say nothing turned physical, but some of the veterans exchanged words with the protesters, shocked at what they saw and heard.
I'm having trouble wrapping my head around it. To have that much hatred in them, it makes no sense to me.
Despite a negative history in their town and a rise in hate incidents nationwide, these veterans want it known that hate has no place in Howell or anywhere in the country they vowed to protect.
It's actually heartbreaking. It's a terrible, terrible thing, and I don't know how we come away from it.
We need to work together to bring this country back together instead of tearing it apart.
Now, despite concerns these protesters would come back on Sunday, the Sunday showing of the play went on without incident. In Howell, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News Detroit.